Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is Sailor Ben.
How dare you? Not my full title. I am Pretty Guardian Sailor Ben. Thank you.
Sailor B.
Sailor B. Before I transform, I go Ben Power Makeup. It's just me, but extra. It's like I'm wearing my own face.
Yes. You just put on a clown costume and you're good. We finished Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. We watched all of it.
What an experience.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
Man, I was
highs were very high.
The highs were incredibly high. And then like after that second batch, shit just went south and it kind of didn't stop going.
There were better bright spots this time, I thought, honestly, particularly early, but the game show episode is fucking untouchable.
Okay, so I thought the game show episode was pretty good. But there was like a weird feeling that I can't put my finger on. Maybe it's because like all the shit with Minako was going on and like her being like sick and then all the other stuff. And it just kind of like, and there was no like hanging out before or after it. I don't know. It felt a little off, you know, like in a horror
the better
way.
Timeline. I don't know. I didn't have that feeling, but I kind of get what you.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, or maybe just like the set. Maybe it was like the set design was like throw me because it was like a game show, but it was like I don't know, man. It felt like it should have been in like a horror film or something. I don't know, but the actual activities were fucking great. That was good stuff.
Amy destroying Lunar with her butt.
Dude, that Amy's badonkadonk, and then they come back to it. She does it again to an enemy later. Like, it's fucking incredible.
See, that shit's good. I did develop like a Pavlovian response to the sad music of going, God, of being frustrated. Like as soon as that song hits,
yeah,
of the sad song, I'm like, no.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I can't believe they fucking just straight up killed Venus.
Yeah, dude.
Like, she just died of dying disease.
They did like it wasn't even I'm going for a checkup, and then she's like walking into a hallway of light. I'm like, I don't think that's a checkup anymore. It was so weird. It was such a weird like.
It's a weird choice for the show to make.
It's a weird choice,
have that
also
happen.
Just like, I don't know, man. It's whatever.
That like even for the special anniversary episode, we don't get all 5 of them fighting together.
Yeah.
Like I don't. Like the only explanation I have is like there was some production thing where they couldn't get the 5 of them together because they were busy or something. With other stuff, because otherwise it doesn't, or like, you know, they decided 5 people was too many for their stunt work. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
just weird at a certain point that they don't have them together more.
Yeah, and even in the base show, like she's like never with them ever. It never got to that point. Except for the game, like the game show was, I think, the only time that all of them actually had any amount of fun together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you guys are really attached to this person that you've seen like 3 times. Like, I mean, I get it, obviously, but like, man, they didn't hang out at all. There was no hanging out. She ate cake with Usagi once, like, and then she fucking yelled at Ray a whole bunch. It's like that's all she did.
Look, they 6th rangered her in some of the worst ways.
I mean,
Like this is memorable of the Green Ranger stuff we didn't watch, which is Tommy constantly losing his powers and not having them,
yeah.
and or not being around or whatever.
Look, it could be worse. Like, at least nobody got fucking hit by their dad in this batch. That was pretty cool. That was my favorite part.
We never went back to that. That's just
Yeah,
how that.
this is there.
That's how
Not
that resolved in the
resolved
show.
Not resolved at all.
That's funny. I didn't even think about that. We never came back to that.
Yeah, that just nothing.
That's great.
I guess, and we had the special, so it kind of alleviated this a teeny tiny bit. But I was really stoked how all the sailors got cool fucking weapons that they didn't get to use. Even in the episode they got them, they kind of didn't really use them. It's like, man,
Their fucking
Think
Amy's
about-
fucking sword.
how like it's almost like a club shape, but like blade, if you can imagine. You know, it's thicker at the top or whatever. Like Jupiter has a fucking spear. We could have had 20 episodes of lightning spears. Ray had fucking twin blades, fire twin blades. Like, I'm losing my mind.
one of them was the Venus weapon.
Whatever.
She had her thing, and she had Venus's thing. And then the special, Venus has hers for some reason.
2 swords, Hank. 2 swords. She was double fisting.
Yeah. And then Venus has both of her swords.
It's
Both
my
those swords
god.
in the special. We got to see Grendel's mom.
I'm so pleased that we both came to that exact conclusion. Literally, as soon as I
Something
saw,
about the way that CG works.
yeah, the CG is like kind of spidery, spiny shit.
Yeah,
or
just
whatever.
nonsense monster.
Yeah, like I literally saw the like little tentacle claw thing. I'm like, oh hey, it's Grendel's mom. Watch out, girls.
Instant.
Hrothgar is on his way. What the fuck was with the clowns?
She liked evil clowns.
I guess.
What?
I
She's gonna
hate
make her
that
own
girl.
dark
I hate-
kingdom.
They pick such a great person. She has like a punchable face.
It's pretty great how
Her-
like her shitty smile. Like
Her shitty
just-
smile, dude.
it's just kind of perfectly hateable.
Like, you know how there's like the whole uncanny valley thing where like humans are afraid of things that look human but aren't, probably because like we were supposed to stay away from corpses back in ancient times or whatever.
Sure.
She gives off that vibe, but she's like a person. Like, she smiles and I'm like, I need to run. I can't be here.
I mean, I was like all for it. It's like, oh, thank God, it's just an evil villain who's evil and we hate her, and the good guys are gonna fight her and beat her and win.
Look, I knew it wouldn't be
That's all I
this.
want.
I knew it. Okay, so your standards are lower. I just wanted a wedding episode, man. I just wanted like a no fighting. I just wanted all hang. I wanted the special to be Max hangout.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I knew it wouldn't be that, but like the heart wants what it wants, you know?
Sure.
And Usagi and Mamoru's hearts want each other for some reason.
I know.
That whole-
he's
that
like,
whole-
you weren't like this before. I'm like, he was definitely like this before. He's always been a weird, like, nagging jerk.
Yeah, like,
And she's like, maybe I'm just misremembering what he was like. I'm like, yes, correct.
if you keep
He
doing
just
this,
kind of
blah, blah,
always
blah,
sucked.
I'm not gonna marry you. He's like, well, she shouldn't marry me if she doesn't want to. She gets all huffy. I'm like, oh yeah, this is off to a stellar start. And then they like defeat what's her name, and they're like,
extremely
oh my
young.
god, let's get married. I'm like, that's damn kids.
Look, it's only 4 years later. It's not like 10 or 20. They're still very young.
Yeah, like they're still young. That's what I'm saying. It's stupid.
Yeah. Yep. They're idiots. True.
So how the show ended was, I don't know, man. It just seemed like a lot of bullshit. It got real it felt wishy-washy, you know? Like, there was the whole, like, oh, so, like, Queen Beryl wanted, like, the whole time she was like, she wants to take over the Earth. She doesn't want Metallia to destroy it, because if she destroys the Earth, there's nothing left to take over.
She didn't have a good plan.
And then, like, later she's like wanting to save Metallia from being destroyed. I don't know.
Well, she wants Metallia's power, but she doesn't seem to ever have a good idea of how to get it.
I was gonna,
and then Metallia like outpaces her, and she's like just behind the times. Like, as soon as
I guess
Princess Serenity appears, she's kind of fucked because she doesn't have any way to get back like control of Metallia. It's like a snowball from there.
The whole thing with, like, I understand that she doesn't like have control of her, but then she's still doing shit to, like, not that I guess if she's working with bad intel, but the Princess Serenity thing, like, yeesh. That was just like, I need to not destroy the world, and then they're like, it was so much like drama.
Yeah,
they're just it was just constant.
They hit the drama button extremely hard,
and not
just
even
like
in good
too hard.
ways.
They like sat on it and broke it, and it's like, oh no, we can't turn off the drama, and now Venus is actually dead.
I mean, like, I honestly, the other shit bothers me even more than Venus dying, I think.
Okay.
Honestly, because it just felt grating. Like, there was nothing felt worth doing.
They were just,
which
it just
makes
like
the Venus death worse, I guess.
The characters were stuck in the same angst for too many episodes.
Yeah. And we had the whole like,
and as soon as we got out of one angst, we were into another.
Yeah. And just none of it felt interesting even, which was kind of the, it's a downer.
Yeah. And it was all taking away from the characters just being together, which they fucking never were. And every time they were, it was the best thing.
Yeah.
So it's like extra frustrating of how good the show could be when it just let these characters have fun, and it's like, but no, can't have that.
Yeah, dude, and like the fact that the Earth gets destroyed anyway really fucking irked me. You're telling me that the Earth can just be decimated, like completely glassed, and then we can just use the same thing to fucking bring it all back anyway and reverse like dying disease for Minako?
Yeah.
Like, then why the fuck did we care? Why did it matter? Just let it happen.
Well, because she had to die to bring it back, but then didn't have to die.
You know what a good topical thing is? You know what's great? When you have characters who just fucking off themselves and be like, hey, wish me back later. If only there was a series that did something like that. That would be fantastic to fucking take in.
Jupiter tried to Chaozu herself.
Yeah, dude.
Just didn't take.
God. I found a fun fact. I forget who I was looking up. I think I just wanted to see, because when I looked it up on Google now, they show like all the people involved and shit.
Yeah.
And it was probably just whoever played Mako. Click the name, and then I ended up going through all of them. None of them have really done like, I don't think they've had like some minor acting roles and shit, but every single one of them except for the girl who played Sailor Luna, all of them did modeling. They all went on to do modeling stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And in particular, the fun fact I found about Mako's actress while the show was shooting is that everyone else kind of poked fun at her, like good-heartedly, because she was like feminine to the point of being a stereotype, and she was playing Jupiter, like playing the tomboy kind of. So that's fun.
I mean, that's extremely appropriate for Jupiter in my mind, though, honestly.
Yeah, like how she's doing all the little like feminine stuff that people are like, wait, what? What's this in your bag?
Like what she's doing with her, personal time. Extremely
Dude, we
feminine
finally got
shit.
her playing basketball at the end, though.
It's true.
Pretty good.
Her form was not great on her shot.
No.
That was more of a shove shot.
Yeah, look, the streets, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes
It's
it gets
true.
nasty.
It's extremely true. You just make do. My form also bad.
My form is exclusively being like a half court shot away from the thing going Kobe and being like 40 feet off. That's how I do.
Yeah. It's fun for me to look up what these girls are up to now because they're all like my age.
Yeah. Ancient. Just fucking on the cusp of death.
Skeletons. Living skeletons.
I guess except for Luna. She's younger.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking
I
of
looked,
Luna,
I just clicked on Luna and
she
model
is short.
occupation.
Oh yeah. Well, no, she did modeling stuff. No, I thought did she? I swear to God, it said.
I just literally clicked it. It's an occupation's actress model.
How dare me? How dare I get the wrong information? Luna, Sailor Luna. Okay, maybe I misunderstood. I thought she was. I thought she.
Luna's voice actress.
Maybe
was
I
a
got
model?
it. Maybe I got it like switched. I thought she. Okay, it says actress model, but it just talks about acting on the Wikipedia page.
Sure.
I don't know. She seemed like she did more acting stuff, and all of the others seemed like they skewed more into modeling stuff.
Sure.
Later.
Sure.
Yeah. There's some cursed pictures on Google. Anyway.
Okay.
Speaking of Luna, fucking Christmas special.
Yeah.
So we did the Act Zero things. There are 3 Act Zero things. I literally just did them because I forgot to do them when I finished my shit because I wanted to be done. So there was 2 5-minute ones, roughly 4.5 something.
Yeah.
How Tuxedo Mask came to be, what Hina did, Mamoru's girlfriend, their fiance, childhood friend, fiance, sister fiance. What she did after everything, or after she broke up with him, or they broke up, and then a 30-minute like full episode about Sailor V's origin.
Yes.
Look, none of them were worth it until we got fucking Luna hitting re-entry and getting the important fact that like she's apparently designed to handle a re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, she was on the moon.
Up. Yeah,
and she
was on
jumps
the moon.
to Earth.
Yeah.
I assume Artemis did the same thing.
Also, the other important thing. Oh, I was going to mention this for this special as well, because we see what all the girls are up to. We got some great English bits.
Oh yeah.
The Christmas hymn English was pretty fucking good.
Oh my god.
Like that was incredibly solid. Amy talking to that clearly not foreign doctor who also had an accent. That was good shit. I like
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see it. I love Sailor Rabbit. Sailor Rabbit's just so
Sailor Rabbit. They're like, that's terrible. they're in a dire situation and they're still like, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't like that the Sailor V origin thing also had Isagi.
Sure.
Like, I wanted, like, just give me the full, like, I was expecting more of, like, just getting the full, like, a full backstory instead of just, it had, like, Artemis also leaps from the moon.
Well, that's like in the first episode. I think Luna does just like fall from the sky from nowhere on Usagi's face.
Yeah. Yeah. And we got that same, like that fight with Sailor V and Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah.
That whole deal.
And we get the reveal that that's how she got fighting Tuxedo Mask is how she got her memories back, even though she hadn't actually awakened yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was interesting.
We got the 4 generals as shitty cops.
Yeah, what the fuck was with that? Like, just wanted
That's
to
what
have
they
those
were. That's what they were doing. I don't know. Before they got turned back into.
Was that okay? See, I was wondering. I
Generals.
was like, were they like doing this before they got turned into generals, or are we just like plopping these 4 actors in here and like having them be like
It's
cops?
both. The answer is both.
Okay. So I was like, what the hell is
They're
going
definitely
on?
there just because, we're going to use the actors from the show for a thing. And this will be fun.
Yeah.
But also, that's, I take it as that's what they were doing.
Yeah, fair enough. They seem to be doing a real shit job, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they're bad. But I mean, that checks out with what we saw of Nephrite trying to be a normal person.
We got the turtle origin.
We did.
It's like putting him in the tank.
Yeah, the origin where he put him in the tank for the first time.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, that's how it all started, dude.
Lifelong obsession.
It happens. It happens. The Tuxedo Mask short was kind of lame.
Uh-huh.
Like that was like, look, time is finite for me. That's 4 minutes I can't get back. I felt especially insulted when he's like, "You fucking believe that? Are you a child? Are you stupid?" Or no, he's like, "Are you slow?" And she's like, "I'm not slow." Like, look, I'm happy to see the banter. You guys are cute, but like, please.
Also, he's a piece of shit.
Look,
both are true.
Man, I mean, I can't really fully call him a piece of shit in this situation because like I've had the same thing. Look, I'll just be straight with you. Ani's idea of an April Fool's prank one year was just telling me she found a stray kitten and helped it and gave a completely realistic and believable story, like actually believable, and then laughed at me for believing it.
Well,
So I'm like, yeah, this is classic, like just garbage humor.
uh-huh. So you relate to them. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I am Usagi in this situation. I'm like, I love you, but what the fuck? Like, it's funny in hindsight. It's great. It's great in hindsight, but you're just betrayed. He held up the Band-Aid and everything.
He did.
Why
hold
else
up
would
a
he
Band-Aid.
have a fucking nasty Band-Aid for 5 years in his bag?
That part I relate to.
Well, yeah, no, obviously.
But then we
Man.
see the other Tuxedo
dude at
Mask.
the
It was all
end.
real, Ben. It was all real.
Or was that dude just a fucking creep? Just a stalker?
I mean,
Tuxedo
he might
stalker.
also be a creep.
The
This random person putting Band-Aids on kids out in the park.
Yeah, in a mask.
Uh-huh.
The Hina.
Where was Hina then? Where was Hina then?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, maybe that was before he was adopted.
Falling in love with someone else in a tuxedo costume.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that
Maybe
was
she
also
saw
an
the original
odd.
Tuxedo Mask and just was swooning.
Yeah.
The Hina one, I don't understand. She's making the Tuxedo Night movie.
Yeah, they're doing like a Tuxedo Night film. And she's like, she auditioned for it and got the role of the damsel in distress. And then she got super thirsty for the Tuxedo Knight actor.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, he feels familiar.
For some reason. I don't know why they made that.
That seemed like...
I guess we have to do something with this actress.
Like having her do a follow-up thing is fine. I'm actually, you know, I'm into it. Why not? Why this? Like, why are we... You couldn't just have her, like, living her life? Honestly, I think a 4-minute thing of her just being a normal person and, like, watching shit unfold, like, on the TV as she goes about her day, that would have been better.
Yeah, true.
I
agree.
Just in the background, there's shit going on, and she's just like, yeah. Gotta do these errands.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Ah, well. So,
with the finale,
yeah,
it really like I really feel like this is being made in 2004. We live in a post Evangelion world. Got to have the main character in a void saying, "Who am I?" That's very important to all shows.
I wouldn't know.
Past Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's just a fact of life that we live with.
Were they the first ones to do it? I feel like they couldn't be. Or was it just more?
It's like the one that's like, you know, the Watchmen, the Nirvana of like upending the genre, and then everything afterwards is a response to them or whatever. Kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, surely someone had to do a white void, existential.
Not necessarily
white
void.
Well,
but the existential questioning thing. I don't know. It made it so ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many fucking random anime I've watched that's just like, what if and just become Ava at some point. I don't know.
Yeah. That was a whole... I don't know. See, I said I like that from our third batch. I like the shot with Princess Serenity and Isagi being two different people. And getting... at the time, being portrayed as two different people. And getting that nice harp music. And it was like white. It was ethereal. And it very cool. I didn't like that idea once they were clearly like two actually different people.
Oh,
that was no good in this.
Well,
batch.
They made Princess Serenity too evil.
Yeah, she's like a bitch. Like,
I think that was just a mistake.
Yeah.
I just think that was a bad choice.
My favorite part of the Sailor Senshi show was when the heroine said, "I'm going to destroy the earth." That was my favorite part.
No.
And it wasn't even because she was doing like a super powerful move or anything. She was just a sad person. Or angry? She was some kind of emotion.
Yeah. I mean, to me it's like a testament to how good how the anime and the original series and the original manga like did that climax against Queen Beryl of Usagi's awakening Serenity's power. Like that shit's just better.
Yeah,
and those aren't even like my favorite version of that is still we haven't gotten to it. It's the Sailor R movie that I've seen so far. So
okay.
And that just hits incredibly hard, and this just never hit hard. So
yeah, no, I mean, as soon as she awakened the power, it was, oh no, I can't use this power because it's too powerful and it hurts people.
Yeah, I hate that.
Which is like fucking
just
stupid.
let her be fucking badass and cool and let that be the thing. Why do you have to undercut it with she's out of control?
It's not even that she's out of control. Like
she's too well, I mean, she put Naru in the hospital.
here's the thing, that could have been fine, except they had to have Naru there. If nobody else is there, that scene is fucking incredibly cool. But no, they're like, nope, she can't do anything unless there's a risk nearby.
Damn.
So that was lame. I mean, her trying to not use it, and she's like making herself miserable and like doing math problems and like sweating and shit, like all bundled up.
That was funny.
That was,
But like the parts where everyone is avoiding her because they're all afraid of her power or like making her sad and all their shit's heavy.
yeah,
Like I hate that.
yep, that's hot
worst.
garbage.
It's literally they literally do the thing, but they like think they're doing it positively. That is what made Amy evil earlier in the show.
Yeah,
It was just no one was around.
yeah,
So like on that level, I extra hate it because like even within the like logical consistency of the show, it's dumb.
can't make someone sad if you're not there.
Not true. Incorrect. Loneliness is a thing.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
like,
there's just a
this
bunch
whole-
of stuff that's like the way they handled the drama like failed to capture things that are good about Sailor Moon.
Man, you know what? I just thought of it. I think at some point in this batch, the thing I actually cared about was it Nephrite being the human?
Uh-huh.
His shit was fine. He was like getting the thing to say thank you to Amy. She like made him those cookies or whatever, and he's like, "These are disgusting." And he was like eating more of them.
these are gross, and kept eating them. That was so good.
Yeah, man. Like his shit was pretty good. That was kind of what I wanted, was him like kind of becoming a person.
Yeah,
That was decent.
yeah. Right after Jupiter tried to blow herself up, we got Artemis cooking eggs.
Him cooking
That
eggs
was great.
was fucking incredible. that was a top tier moment. And then the kids are like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "It's a secret. Go to bed."
Please don't tell anyone you saw me. Just try to clean up an egg he dropped.
God, that was so
Pushing
good.
a paper towel into it.
Him in the special, him taking out the like pushing the cell phone towards Minako and then like flipping it open and hitting the button. Anytime those little cat stuffies do anything, it's delightful.
Oh, the plush dolls are so good.
Like Luna on the
so
computer is still, that's prime. Her like clicking away.
Yes. Agree.
At the end of the special act, when the marriage happens and fucking, what's his name? How do you pronounce it?
Matoki?
Matoki. When he catches the bouquet and proposes to Mako, and she's like, sure. Like that was.
I mean, that's their dynamic, though.
Dude, you could have just look. I think it would have been
It's
perfect.
fucked up in like the way of like proposing at a baseball game or whatever.
It would have been fine. It would have been fine if she said like, maybe let's start with a date or something like that.
They've been like living together. Like our first
been
shot of her
living-
is like there's
Were
a
they
big
living
turtle
together?
on the couch.
I thought that was like
they've
just
been
a thing
together.
from
That's
him.
not. No,
Oh,
it's not out of
okay.
nowhere. They've been together. Is the that's
Okay.
already established. You just weren't paying enough attention.
I was paying attention. I just misread the situation.
Yeah,
I don't like to assume.
sure.
That's why a lot of films go right over my head.
You know, he's not
Okay.
proposing to her like they've
Okay.
never dated. They've been together since the end of the show.
Still, I mean, like, it's, I'm normally not one for proposing at a wedding, like, ever, but I think if you're, like, catching the bouquet and it's, like, timely, I guess. I don't know. He didn't steal any thunder, I don't think. It was too timid.
I mean, if you're doing the like marrying a shitty dude fantasy. It was fine within that context. If we're doing this, I don't care.
Yeah. Look, there are worse.
I did like Usagi pulling off her dress to get on the motorcycle, where she's in like more of a skirt.
Yeah,
That was funny.
That was good shit. Then they're like, are they riding through the rain at one point?
Wedding dress.
Tearaway wedding dress. Look, man, you never know when you need mobility. You gotta be fucking prepped.
Gotta be prepped to ride off on a motorcycle like a cool girl.
Were they going through the rain at one point? Or it might have just been like a shot that looked weird.
Might have been a shot. I don't know.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, that looks shitty. They're like laughing and smiling. I'm like, this looks miserable.
They're also like driving away and they see other people who are at the wedding like walking by the beach. So I don't know where the fuck they're going.
They did like a really big loop. They took a drive.
Yeah.
Took a lap. Yeah. So how do you feel about the thing as a whole? Now that we've finished all of it.
As a whole, I would say it's frustrating because the highs are so high.
Yeah.
Like, I love this show, but also I don't think it's very good as a show, ultimately.
It definitely it drops the ball.
It just, like, it hit the drama button too hard. Like, it's an easy explanation. Like, oh, it just, like, gets too... Everyone's embroiled in their feeling bad, and stops having fun. But when it remembers to have fun, it's, like, the best thing in the world, so...
Yeah.
Not the best version of Sailor Moon.
No.
The cast, tremendous.
Oh, the cast did their shit perfectly. Like they were doing what they were supposed to.
It's just the writing let them down.
Yeah.
Got too embroiled in bullshit.
I mean, my verdict is still like that first half is incredible. If you just want a quick fun time and want to like just imagine your own resolution, like do the first half and call it. And if you want to know like what happens, like do the first half and then watch like the last 3 episodes in the special or whatever. And just read Wikipedia in between or something.
Watch the game show episode in a vacuum.
Yeah. I mean, that's that one. I really like. I wish we could have. Imagine at the wedding if we had Usagi like double fisting like cake again.
Oh my god. True.
I was so happy when they did that. I was like, these guys get it, and then they promptly showed their hand. They did not get it.
Yeah. I still go, my favorite like idea about Sailor Moon is the way the anime figures it out in terms of like, oh, the main character is the comic relief and everyone else is a straight man to Usagi.
Yeah.
And we're going to like build our episodes that way.
Yeah, totally.
Like that's just honestly brilliant.
That's like that's what was going on here for a little bit.
Yeah, but then like if you don't have them all together, that doesn't work. And Usagi being
True.
like sad all the time.
Well, yeah, as soon as she,
I needed Usagi to be upset because she's face planting, not like suffering emotional trauma.
yeah.
I need her to have like climbed over a wall and like fallen on her face.
Or like, yeah,
and then
like,
told she's going to be a great princess because she's fucking great at throwing fucking frisbees.
Yeah. Or, you know, like I could handle depressed Usagi if it's because like they were out of pastries at the bakery.
Or she
like,
dropped her ice cream.
her ice cream, yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, started strong and then it died out for me. But eh.
Yeah, I didn't need the Guardian Generals around more.
No.
Like, just keeping them around the whole time? I don't know. I didn't need it. I didn't need, like, their added drama.
It was so much too, and it was all just the same shit. Like
It
they
was
didn't
just the
do
same shit
they
over
just
and over
they
again. Like, they
repeated,
brought them, even when they brought, like, except for Nephrite. Nephrite was
yeah.
actually good.
Yeah.
But, like, they brought back Zoocyte, and it's just, like, the same thing again.
Yeah. They
Out
repeated
here
themselves
playing
like
his piano.
800,000 times.
Yes, which, you know, I can't super fault them for, because they're making a kid show. It's like, yeah, that makes sense that you would repeat yourself.
Yeah, but they could repeat themselves and
Making
like
a popular thing.
repeat themselves.
It's part of what made Game
Well-
of Thrones popular was repeating themselves over and over again.
What?
Winter is coming.
I thought you were talking about Hodor.
Sure, that too.
It's like did that take off that much?
Well, because the problem is, like, we're watching this show as, like, watching it because I have to read subtitles or whatever. But, like, I feel like the ideal way for this show to be watched is, like, it's on in the background while you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
And you just put it on, like, regularly.
I could see
That's like the stress it's built to stand under. That's why it's, like, so repetitive. Is like, if you're, like, in and out or you miss some episodes or something, you're not lost.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like that's the, or if you're fucking, you know, older and just get high and watch it or whatever, maybe you'll be having an okay time.
I mean, being fucking blazed and watching like the first 15 episodes would be fucking amazing, probably. Like, just a
If you're
good
into
time.
that, sure.
Eh?
I will you know, comparatively, this show's not as good as Kamen Rider Forze, which I haven't finished, but I'm like most of the way through, and that has not forgotten to be fun, even when like serious shit has happened. Just like never forgot how to be fun.
Hell yeah.
It has its main character is like a font of unbridled optimism and, like, positive thinking that just cannot be stopped, and it's a better show for it.
Just like
that's
Guts.
what this Usagi had been.
Oh,
Just wasn't written that way.
yeah.
Like, I have no doubt the actress could have done it. But
Dude, she was crushing it. All of them were
she
crushing
was so
it
good.
early
She
on.
was so good at, like, also just changing her entire vibe.
Yeah.
When, like, she was a different thing or something. Like when she's Serenity.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
she feels like a different person. Like, she was really good in the show. I just wish the writing were better.
And like she did there's so many elements, you know, in the anime that you're not going to be able to do as well, right? Like some of the shots where people are like falling on their face immediately when Usagi says a thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do all of that, but they took so many of the anime elements and like translated them in a way that made sense and was still like super fun and playful. And it was like they all were just absolutely crushing it. And then they throw it away after a while.
It's frustrating.
But meh.
Meh. And
There's always other stuff.
There is more Sailor Moon to
There's
consume of the anime and the manga. So I wonder if the anime will fuck it up at some point.
I mean, totally possible.
There's a lot of it.
It'd be kind of
We're
shocked
like
if it didn't.
we're like a fourth of the way through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows? I don't have super high hopes about the very end of that show, honestly. But I'm excited for like the middle part. I'm excited for Neptune and Uranus to show up.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And just be married.
Yeah, I'm ready for I mean, it's a rare case of like I'm ready for some more characters. Though I'm remembering now, like we got to go through this shit where they don't remember each other.
It's not going to be very
know
long,
it doesn't
man.
last long. It's
Again, because that literally didn't happen in the manga.
You don't know. You don't know. Maybe it's 40 episodes of.
I do know. I specifically know.
Maybe you forgot. Maybe you're thinking of your past life. You know what? We didn't mention we do see Queen Serenity.
We do.
In the
special.
In the special, yeah.
And we get the
she's just
pulling the Z sword.
Right, yeah, the big sword.
Yeah. Which is a good reference to the manga.
Yeah, that was fine.
In that it's just like for all of them, but mostly Venus uses it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's
manga Venus still the best version of that character.
Easily.
Like every other adaptation just kind of doesn't get it.
Just like Grendel's mom. They just don't understand.
Just don't understand.
It's just so hard to take a thing that exists in a way that you can easily adapt because you just need to use the same information. It's so difficult to take that information and not just completely erase it and do different things. Many try. Few succeed.
It's just honestly, it's weird to me because my impression was just they have to figure out something to do because these characters, she's so similar to Usagi. But honestly, reading Sailor Moon manga and reading the Sailor V manga, like, they're pretty different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they're not the same person.
Yeah, in the manga, they're not the same. I think, if anything, like, Usagi in the anime feels a little closer to V from the manga, just how they're both focused. Like, I think Usagi in the anime is more focused on boys.
Well, that's true, because like in the Sailor Moon manga, we get more of Sailor Moon angsting, which we just don't get in the anime, because the anime knows that like we're doing episodic fun times.
Yeah.
So we don't have time for like embroiled melodrama.
Yeah.
And if we do embroiled melodrama, it's like for the finale, and then that's it.
Yeah, you get, gotta build up
like,
a little.
Well, like she's sad because literally all her friends have died, but then she'll bring them back. They're only dead for like an episode or two.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, like the end of that story of that first arc, it's still the end of the show where everyone dies and then Usagi brings everyone back. Like it's still in principle the same thing, but the feeling is so different.
The key difference is that Usagi cares about them being dead once they're dead. She doesn't spend 20 episodes going, what if this happens? What if I do this?
Exactly.
And then being sad about it.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. That part of it sucks, for sure. Like, just let the thing happen and then worry about it. Don't like have the characters worrying about it for forever, because that like makes all of those episodes of that show unwatchable. It's like, why am I waiting for the thing to happen forever? Just do the thing. If you're gonna end the world, just fucking do it, and then figure it out.
No, I can't use this power. It'll destroy the world. Do it, pussy. You won't. Yeah.
Let's just ruin the ozone, and then we'll figure it out.
Live in the moment.
Oh, no. Moon's fiction doesn't work like reality.
Shocking.
Fun fact. But yeah, I don't know. Now we know what this version of Sailor Moon was like.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I had half a show's worth of like pure unadulterated joy, and then the rest of it at the bare minimum was like, now I know.
And there were good bits in there.
Yeah,
I think there were
it
more
wasn't-
good bits in this set of stuff than last time,
I
honestly.
agree. Again, like nobody's fucking parent beat them. Like that's a pretty. You would hope that it doesn't happen twice.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Anyway, soulcirclepodcast@gmail.com, soulcirclepod on Twitter, anchor.fm/soulcircle. I'm on Twitter at Comic Panels. We're done with Sailor Moon for this year. We'll come back to it next year.
c'est la vie. I'm so disappointed they didn't end on that note, by the way. They missed it. They fucked up.